Cause you're a sky full of stars. I'm gonna give you my heart. Cause you're a sky full of stars. Cause you light up the path.
Hi, recording. Say hi to Pinkie's stream and to Pinkie.
Yeah, it was my hello. Shadow's mom pointed to me. Okay.
Hey, I'm saying hi to chat. Yeah, I'm joined with Pinkie. She's currently streaming and I am recording, like usual.
Turn you down. Apparently, OBS is peeking for you.
Oh damn! Watch, I'm gonna be quiet again.
I know that for sure, and I know people are gonna win about how you're so quiet later, and I'm like, that loud to me.
It's just that sometimes I will project my voice more, and sometimes I just don't.
It's a 50-50.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 on if I project my voice or not.
Alright. I'm heading towards the plane.
I'm already like right next to where I need to go. But yeah, we are doing Kazuha's story quest.
I am lagging. I talked to a flower. Wait, did I talk to a talking flower? No, okay, I didn't.
I'm 30 meters away.
Where is you guys? I see the glowing thing. Oh, okay.
I see the glow! I'm going to the glow!
Hey, I was about to pick up a flower.
So many things have happened since then. Yeah, we've definitely made.
Really? I couldn't tell. So many memories.
Where should we go today?
Honestly, I just got really happy, like remembering the first time Image came out, and there's so many new events coming out.
Yeah.
That's
I remember, like, there was one quest that you could not do until the end. Like, there was one quest you could not do until the end of an event.
Yeah, I'm so annoying.
Because I had done it, like, the night Inazuma came out. But then there was event the next day. And you couldn't do it until right then.
Yeah, because even after I took the event, they were still anyway. I might jump on Genshin by the game. Take your time. Honestly, you don't need to. There is a. Oh, Kelly. I don't know if you know this, but Sumer is coming out soon.
Yeah, Sumeru is coming out soon, Kelly. The next update is actually Sumeru.
Oh, so that looks angry.
Huh? So you don't have a vision after all?
What the hell? Oh.
For someone else.
Wait, okay.
Sure you've got the right person before you go attacking them. No, wait.
Fighting already?
If you got the right person, you shouldn't go attacking them out of the blue. It's dangerous.
I'm literally like at the scene right after that fight.
Oh, I'm lagging.
Don't do that.
I need to check.
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kaedehara Kazuha? He carries a sword just like you. I've also heard that he possesses an animo vision. That's none of your business.
What the hell? He has some of the Kazuhas. Wait, that was some... Wait, was she trying to kill us because of your vision?
Yeah.
Hell. Don't go after killing visions, actually. I wonder if there's people who... I guess there'll be people killing visions like this.
Seems like a real nutcase.
Because they have power.
Yeah, and I think this may actually... Like, Kazuha's story quest may actually take place after Sumeru. Just because Paimon's saying that it's been a while since they set foot on Inuzuma's soil.
I mean, I think it was reference to Leeway stuff too. We had like a lot of events. Because last time we've been way in Leeway, last Archon.
Yeah.
So I believe the story is after Imizuma, we went back to Leeway to fix the Jade Chamber, and all those Leeway story quests.
No,
happened.
the Jade Chamber came before.
I know that, but
You're
I
able to
feel
do
like
the
it should
Jade
be.
Chamber like right after you finish
Yeah, but
Leeway.
I know. I hate the idea of that because I feel like it should have been after Imizuma. Because people would talk about how Jade Chamber has been on a while, and I'm like, it was like, I didn't like the idea of that. Anyways, ranting.
Right? Paimon has a feeling, though, that even if this
Yeah, so why do you have Kazuha's
Kazuha
possible?
into a duel, he won't be able to beat
Oh,
him.
that is my Kazuha.
Anyway,
Raiju looks pretty cool. Might jump on again. He's Kelly. He's the first male catalyst.
Yeah, he is. He's the first male catalyst, and also the first melee catalyst.
Yeah.
All the other catalysts are like a distance.
a special connection.
Can I kill him? Don't test Kazuha. Wait, Traveler, don't let him walk away. He's dangerous.
Yeah, maybe a little. But then again, most people look pretty much the same once they start fighting, so that doesn't really prove anything. Anyway, there's no time to lose. Let's go
I'm
tell
confused by what
Kazuha
Paimon said.
any danger.
Do I insult Paimon?
Do it. Yeah, something that Paimon just said on my end confuses me.
Uh-oh, what happened?
You're about to get to it. But
Okay.
she's talking about fighting styles.
I feel like the fighting style was
Constantly
similar.
stocking up in Rito at the moment.
Who
Let's
fights?
look for him to
A lot of people in this game. Ayaka? Oh, are they talking about?
Most people
Oh.
look pretty much the same once they start fighting, so that doesn't really prove anything.
I think she's talking about the guy who attacked us.
Yeah,
Okay, so she was asking the questions I had.
yeah, but Paimon's saying like everyone looks kind of the same once they start fighting. I'm just like, then how can some people tell exactly who taught who possibly how to use a sword?
Because it branches out eventually. Because like the first time fighting was a thing, like with swords and stuff. There'll be like new methods over time, and people like
Yeah,
spread around. And
but then Paimon's saying like most people look pretty much the same once they start fighting.
Oh, probably uniforms or something like that. I didn't specifically. I did Ella and Kokumi's ultimate, and I did like one swipe of the Traveler.
hello.
I should probably check my settings, because there could be a chance
Kazuha
that
too, huh? Guess he must have done
changed.
something impressive
I can
after
see
all.
I can like. Because Sumeru is gonna
Well,
freaking lag my
all of us
computer
was in
so much
Burrito on
more.
a routine supply run, only this time, as soon as we entered the
There's
harbor,
no
we ran
way.
into a huge crowd of
My
Inazumans,
partner
all of them
didn't
wanting to know
fix
about
that.
Kazuha. If it's
Right.
because of that battle on Nizuchi Beach, Captain Beto had a great run there too, but I don't see her
Any
getting
new
this kind of attention.
settings?
Kazuha keeps to himself most of the time. In fact, there are times when he doesn't even listen to the captain. She just laughs it off.
Oh, so you still don't know what he did.
I've heard bits and pieces. Something about him blocking Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. Is it really as big a deal as
Hey,
everyone's
what's up,
making out
bro?
to be?
I think I remember you.
Really? Wow. When you put it like that, it all makes sense. In that case, his newfound stardom is well deserved. He was called
What?
away earlier by some people from the Tenryo Commission. They said they had something important to discuss with him. I thought they'd come to arrest him at first. Turns out they couldn't have been friendlier to him. Seems like they really respect the guy.
Just a little while ago, this would have been completely unimaginable. Thank you. Guess we'll go
If
pay
you
a
don't see
visit
my
to
video,
the
I'm just like
Tenryo
not
Commission.
talking.
I'll just stay here and carry on trying to fend off the crowd.
Hmm.
Hey, Romeo.
You going inside now?
Yeah, I'm loading.
You going to go
Hey,
see
hey.
Romeo now? I'm pretty sure I saw Romeo
Romeo.
outside. No, there he is. He's with guys.
I'm help.
Oh?
My screen is not loading.
Oh.
Please bully my galaxy guys.
Yes, you are. Glad you realized.
It's slowly loading.
I'll just wait here on the first scene for you.
Hey. Hello. Hi, Kazuha. Hi, Romeo.
Greetings. We were just discussing the repealing of the Vision Hunt Decree. Since you're here, you're very welcome to listen in on the conversation. We invited Mr. Kaedehara here to extend a gesture of goodwill on behalf of the Shogunate. Your hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs that we now enjoy. Also, I've been granted the chance to correct my clan's past mistakes, and for that,
Oh, so this is
I'm deeply
definitely before Ayatos, possibly, and like after Raiden's.
Yeah,
The
it's
Almighty
after
Shogun has
Raiden's
issued
first
a
one.
large array of directives aimed at
And
resolving
then
Before
Ayatos.
easing the
Ayatos.
tensions that have built
Because
up
it makes more
between the
sense.
Shogunates.
Hey, you know what this
The Tri
means?
Commission has
Maybe in
made
the future,
recommendations to
Shenhe
use
and
this
Keishi and
opportunity to
Chishu are
restore
gonna
the honor of the
storm
Kaedehara name.
They're the only ones who don't have one, right?
Yeah.
Regarding the history of the Kaedehara clan, I trust that you're already somewhat informed? In short, there was once a group of select bladesmiths who served the
Now it's
Shogun
referring the
directly,
freaking event
responsible
that
for upholding
Ayatos
and
story
further
quest came out
developing
with.
the traditional
Oh.
blade of the Almighty Shogun.
Talking about
Okay.
the clan.
belonged to this
I'm
class.
okay. At least we're getting an award for doing it, but yeah, I feel like you always have to do some events to understand what's
I
happening.
think the current blacksmith like also slightly mentions it, but not much.
Oh yeah, yeah. I always feel bad because I'm like events give so much story stuff as well, but like they're limited. And like a lot of people think that probably the main story, like Maddie, that one time we thought Chaya was gonna come to Uzuma.
Yeah, Maddie Lily thought that Child came there, but nope.
We later learned that the whole misadventure had been secretly orchestrated by the Fatui. Attributing all of the blame to the Kamisato and Kaedehara clans was neither proper nor just. Considering Mr. Kaedehara has once more made an outstanding contribution to Inazuma, the Almighty Shogun believes he should not only be rewarded for his achievements, but also receive recompense for the excessive punishment borne by his clan in the past. In the interest of preventing further harassment of the Bladesmith clans by the Fatui, we chose not to publicly release the findings of our investigations into these matters. We trust you can understand why this was necessary.
This is a true honor. I am delighted to be in a position to receive the goodwill of the Almighty Shogun and the Shogunate at large. However, would I be correct to assume that this magnanimous gesture does not come without some strings attached?
Kazuha knows.
I can assure you that nothing could be further from the truth. We
Oh, he doesn't trust it. I mean, the dude was wanted.
He was.
Kaedehara clan's reputation.
And his
Honestly,
family's all of his family's belongings were all taken by the shogunate.
Well, he doesn't care. We found out in the event, so
Yeah.
he wants to sell it. He wants
He
to sell
literally
it.
just wants to sell it all.
I know.
I have grown accustomed to life among the elements. I fear I would no longer feel at home behind the tall walls of a stately
Oh.
abode. Yet my ancestors did indeed take great pride in the name of Kaedehara.
Kazuha is going to
And the
deny
art of
them
blading
because Kazuha likes to
which
travel.
stood.
Oh,
I do have a
hold up.
responsibility to restore their honor.
Eh? Uh-oh. Am I getting work?
Yes.
Hold up. Hold up,
Should
no.
you accept this offer, I imagine many of the malicious rumors currently circulating through the populace will disappear.
Malicious rumors? Oh, we heard on the way here was so much praise that we
I just got a DM from Big Dog in the group chat, and I was very concerned for a second, and I was like, oh, well, that's not part of me. Oh, I'm not part of that.
cannot accept the idea that Mr. Kaedehara really parried the Shogun's strike. Also, eyewitnesses saw him using the power of Electro in addition to that of Animo. As a result, the falsehood that Kaedehara Kazuha was using a delusion began to spread.
What? But that doesn't make sense. Using a delusion turns you old and frail, and Kazuha still looks fine.
That is correct. However, to some people, the idea of a single person wielding two elements at once is a more inconceivable notion still.
This is just one of many similar rumors. I am very uncomfortable with being the subject of public discussion, no
Oh,
matter whether it brings suspicion or
oh,
startlement.
I forgot about those.
Yeah.
But perhaps if the shogunate is willing to publicly support me, this situation will blow over more quickly.
This is precisely why I encourage you to give our offer some serious thought. It stands to benefit all of us.
Please allow me some time to consider. In fact, let us put this discussion on hold for the moment.
Hey, can I go like in Inazuma City and be like, yo, I have the power of intriguing elements?
Yeah, legit, we have the power of 3 elements, not 2, and yet we don't even have a vision.
Yeah, we already showed that. We definitely did show you.
We've only shown them that we have Electro.
The only person who knows is Shio, technically, in the gods.
Yeah. Child freaking knows because we were
Kazuha.
fighting him. Because we were freaking fighting him with Animo, and then suddenly we're using Geo on him.
Also, Kazuha knows because we talked about him.
Yeah,
Also,
we told him.
Thank you for the "Hey Pinkie" that's so loud in my ear.
Why is such a dangerous individual?
Why is
you
that
come from?
Why does every other day jump scare me and not jump scare me?
No. This puzzles me as much as it does.
I think
you.
it's because sometimes I think it's
My
Cat joining the
feelings
car
were
and
taught to me by
shouting.
my
She
family,
would do that to me.
based on techniques originally developed for blade testing. We
Wait,
undergo
Kazuha might
rigorous
actually
training to
stay?
standardize every motion the blade is put through,
Possibly.
so that each can be fairly assessed for quality.
Or at least have a home that he can go back to. When in Inazuma.
Over time, these techniques came to form
Yeah.
something of a
Hey,
hand-to-hand
Kazuha,
sword, focused on
I think
blade
you're
testing
really
with
hot-headed.
a full repertoire of combat forms.
Could somebody train me?
Those forms are quite different from the more practical ones typically used by samurai in battle. So it's hard to imagine that the similarity you speak of was coincidence alone.
All the more reason to watch your back. This guy was a serious nutcase.
Indeed. He sounds highly aggressive. Anyone he targets is at risk of serious injury, or worse.
In that case, I will send some men out immediately to search for him.
Thank you. I must say I am now very curious about this matter, and I will also need some time to consider your offer. I will first join the Traveler in investigating the one who attacked her, then give you a conclusive answer upon my
I'm just
return.
changing the her to them.
Very well. Please stay safe.
Come on. Let's go and track down your aggressor.
Yeah, can you like send people out? Oh,
Hey there.
hi,
I'd
Craig.
like to ask you a quick question.
Well, thank you for the sub, the resub.
Yo!
Thank you.
For
How are you?
Kaedehara Kazuha, we mean.
Comes back and
Ah,
seems
so
gets
this
so
is
much
the
stuff.
renowned
What the
Mr.
hell? What's
Kaedehara.
happening?
I've heard a lot about you. It is an
Ew,
honor to finally
support.
meet you today.
You are too kind. We are currently investigating
How
the
are you,
assault
Faye?
and would appreciate any help you can offer.
Oh? You were targeted in an assault? Let me think. I can't seem to recall anything of immediate interest. Mr. Kaedehara is currently the talk of the town, so there are always a lot of people looking for him. To be honest with you, our detective agency has recently been receiving many inquiries from people wishing to obtain Mr. Kaedehara's personal information.
Those people can fuck off! Pinkie,
What? What?
I want to murder some of the people in Inazuma right now.
What about the what?
You'll see in just a sec. And
Alright.
yes, there's
Yeah, was it-
emergency food, Craig.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
you see why?
Some of them were offering us millions of mora just to gather the information they want. If these were more legitimate commissions, Songo would have snapped them up in an instant.
Millions of mora?
Lisa.
Oh, wait. Even at that price, you probably still shouldn't.
Not probably, Paimon. You definitely shouldn't.
Please, accept my thanks for looking out for my privacy.
Of course. No matter what, we only take on legitimate
Yeah.
cases. We don't make our money by revealing details of other people's day-to-day life just for the sake of it. Sorry, I got a little off topic. What I'm really trying to say is, it doesn't surprise me that a complete stranger is looking for Mr. Kaedehara. But I wouldn't know where to begin if we want to connect this with an assault.
Then let's put that connection aside for now.
Yeah, because
Have there
the
been any
guy
other
she's attacking
attacks
vision
or
holders.
similar incidents recently
Yeah.
that stand out as particularly unusual? The Tenryou Commission had very few leads, and I thought you might have some information from different sources.
It's true that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on out in the streets. But typically, it's only the most trivial events that manage to escape their attention. If anyone had been out there attacking people, that would be assault, in which case the Tenryou Commission would absolutely get involved.
Oh wait, I wonder. Wait, you think we're gonna be freaking?
Kaizo.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Give
like,
us
is there?
Kaizo.
Because there is you have
I
moments
still
where
find it
world
difficult to
quests
believe
and
that whoever
quests
attacked you
have
hasn't
four
been
star
causing any
other
trouble
characters.
elsewhere.
Freaking girl was in a freaking random world quest I found.
Yeah.
I don't know what. And Zhao.
Mhm.
Few people possess your prowess in
I
battle.
just,
So unless you were the first person
I
he
just
targeted,
saw Moon
I
posted
am
it. I
well
recognize.
aware of your talents. There is no
It's
need
just your
to be
way of
humble
giving
around me.
praise. It's like,
In fact, I'm quite relieved that you were the one he targeted. It would cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured or lose their life because of me. For the poor victim, this would be a completely senseless crime.
oh,
Don't worry,
Kazuha.
we'll find him.
Also, he's
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaedehara. Surely this same concern
Yay.
for your fellow man is what drove you to fearlessly raise your blade against the almighty Shogun.
You flatter me. Truth be told, I don't know quite what came over me in that moment.
Honestly, when Kazuha did parry the Shogun's attack,
Mhm.
he was
Yeah.
worried about his friends.
Yeah, and he was over with Traveler. You think about
You are
it.
much too humble.
Yeah, he was like
Yeah, I was
concerned.
like-
He was being a
Completely
selfless hero
understand
there.
your concerns.
He
I will
legit.
try my best
was
to
trying
give
to
you whatever
protect
leads I
Traveler.
can.
Yeah, he didn't want any of the other. He didn't want any of the revolution soldiers,
Yeah,
the
it's
resistance soldiers hurt. He definitely didn't want Traveler hurt.
Traveler,
there was one
Paimon,
strange
Asha.
incident
I'm
in the
happy
last
to.
few days.
I can't remember the
It
names right
doesn't
now.
involve an attack, though.
I don't know.
Let me tell you about it just in case.
Oh,
Sure. During times like this, the more information
It
we
is-
have, the better.
All right then. Recently, two people went missing from the city at around the same time. One of them is a pretty well-known collector, surnamed Nagato. The other, Amenoma Yuya,
Oh.
is a samurai from the Amenoma clan.
Amanoma. Now there's a familiar name.
well,
Yuya
It's
is
samurai
the
night
nephew
attack.
of Amenoma Togo, the owner of Amenoma Smithy.
This person is going for the blacksmith clans, Pinkie.
uh-oh. But I like the black. No, I hope that
The
behind this, I
Nagato clan was one of the other clans.
oh, I hope that behind. Isn't it the one behind us? The old man
Two
and the
grown men going missing at the same time.
old man, or the guy who actually is the blacksmith.
Their cases are likely
Amanoma
connected, but I don't
is
know
the
much
old
in the way of
man.
details.
Yeah, he's nice.
Yua is the nephew of the owner.
I recalled this because Amenoma Yuya is also an accomplished martial artist who is skilled with the blade. Perhaps he is the one you are looking for.
Understood, though it seems
I think
highly
I said both,
unlikely
so.
to me. I neither know this man, nor do I have any idea why he may wish to attack me.
Sure, can't hurt. We never know what we might find
I
out
like how
along
the
the way.
idea of like Kazuha and probably Haizu's later is gonna be a detective thing, and it's be funny because
They've worked
Beyonce.
on stuff before the whole Vision Hunt decree. So
Yeah, and also it'd be funny because
We'll
I
start
remember
making
when we
some
first met
inquiries at
Beyonce,
the
she was the only one that we
Amenoma
technically didn't play as well. Because she didn't have her own
Sounds
hangout
good.
story.
All the
She
best
just
with
was
your
part of a
investigation.
thing, but we
I'll get
Hey
moving
dude, what's up?
shortly myself.
what? Okay, now I go over there. I was slightly behind
Yeah.
you.
Uh,
Hi, old man.
Ah, if it isn't Kaedehara.
Skipping your dialogue. I'm sorry.
it's a
Yes, the Kaedehara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden. Historically, there have always been deep links between the two clans. After I returned to Inazuma, I visited Mr. Amenoma to pay my respects.
oh, but actually,
Ooh.
I
You may recall the
wonder
story of the Raiden
if
Gokaden
what
from the
does he
Iridori
say
Festival.
if you didn't do that?
Oh.
Because sometimes
Yeah, because it's mentioning the Iridori Festival.
and it's like when he first met Skinnamus, he introduced himself for the first time. Even though Paimon calls him a different name later on, but so
spawning the development of different branches of the same art. As an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate the abiding
So I'm
patience
trying to drink
and
water on this.
determination of water as it turns stone to sand. There is nothing mystical to our work. There is only practice, day in and day out, until both body and mind have memorized the craft, turning each motion as
I'm
for the
not
art
listening
of
to
the
that entire thing.
Kaedehara clan. I believe it's called the Ishin art.
That's right. Ishin art strives for complete harmony between blade and mind from the moment that forging begins. For only a blade thus forged can capture and convey its maker's thoughts and feelings, and eventually become an extension of its wielder's will.
Indeed. Most samurai choose their blades, but an Ishin blade chooses its owner. You are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin blade. It gladdens my heart to see that although the Kaedehara clan has fallen on hard times,
Hey, Jacob.
its ideals and
No, I think that's a
virtues
different one. I think
Nah,
that's
that's a different one. Trust me, that's a different
Jacob.
one.
You overestimate.
He's
My
online. I
actions
think
are
oh wait,
guided
he's
by my own
on.
personal
Oh wait, Jacob's
sentiments,
on.
What?
not by any noble
Wait, hold on. What?
aspirations on
I can't
behalf of
say.
my clan.
What's it on?
But
You guys
let's
get
get
on
back
when
on
I'm
topic.
busy. What the
The
hell?
purpose of our visit today is to we hope to assist with the investigation. It may turn out that this case is connected to another we are pursuing.
Ah, yes. My nephew. He didn't say a word before he left, which is very unlike him. I'm still completely at a loss on what to make of it. But I've done what I can so far. Worrying is futile. All I can do now is wait for news from the Tenryou Commission.
We heard that there was a collector involved in the disappearance too. Know anything about that?
Yes. On the morning that Yuya went missing, he gave me a very cryptic look and said that he was going to give me a great gift.
Oh.
I believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato after that. The next thing I heard was that a fire had broken out at the warehouse. And neither of them came back. Yes. Strange, isn't it? I wonder what could have caused it. Unfortunately, there was very little evidence left behind, so nobody knows what really happened.
Hmm.
Do you have any thoughts on what Yuya may have wanted to give you?
If I
Okay,
had
did
to
the nephew
guess,
got like possessed
it
by
must
the
have
sword?
been some kind of rare
Probably.
weapon. Otherwise, there would have been no reason for him to get my hopes up. He's never been particularly interested in blade forging,
Oh,
but
that's
has always had a
not taking it
fondness
off.
for blade testing.
and can sense even the most minute differences in blade quality. He is extraordinarily talented in martial
What?
arts, particularly when it comes to the art of the sword.
Truth be told, we have some information that you may find to be objectionable. The person we are looking for, he attacked this friend of mine. Based on the evidence we have gathered so far, only Yuya seems to match the suspect's profile.
What? No. Absolutely impossible. Yuya is not that kind of person. He is humble and kind.
True.
Even his training is done with the goal of calming his mind. He has never gotten into a fight before.
Huh. Is that so?
Yes. If there's one thing I can say for certain, it's that Yuya would never draw his blade without a very good reason. But, with that said, it's equally out of character for him to just disappear, with neither farewell nor fair warning. I also cannot know what course of action he might be capable of if coerced, or otherwise compelled by circumstances unbeknownst to me. Anyway, should you find him, please let me know as soon as possible.
Hey, old man.
Don't worry.
Aw.
You have our word.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think Yuya was the one who attacked us as well.
Yes.
The soul is glowing.
It sounds as if something happened when
They
the
didn't
two men
notice it,
met
though.
each other.
Shaman Davis? Oh.
Let's pay a visit to the Nagato household.
Oh, miss, are you okay?
I'm very sorry, but we cannot
What?
afford to pay
You'll
what
see.
right now. My husband has gone missing, and I'm still trying to find him.
Now I'm teleporting and
You
leaving.
misunderstand us. We are here to help with the investigation. We'd like to ask you some
Wait,
questions
isn't that
about
the
Mr. Nagato's
swordman?
disappearance, if we may.
Oh no.
Mm.
Where is that?
Ah, I see.
Um,
I thought the debt collectors had come to visit again. I'm sorry you
Yeah,
have to see
my
me in this
voice is
dreadful state.
gone.
Has some new information come out? Do you know where he's gone?
I'm afraid we don't have any new information at the moment. We're still trying to find out as much as we can to inform our search. With this in mind, can we perhaps ask some questions about your family's
Hello?
current situation?
Yeah. What's going on?
Who said that? That,
What
was
happened?
that you? Was that your voice?
Huh?
I heard, when I was walking to the door, I heard, stay inside, there will be a special surprise.
Oh my god, that's creepy.
I was like, no, I swear I heard that.
For example,
It was a guy
I'm
kind of
struggling
voice.
to
So it
understand
can't
why a
be,
collector would be
it's
stealing
not this dude.
Kimura.
Yeah. Oh god, okay. Why is your voice so like that? And why did you say it so quickly? Sorry.
I mean,
I
they're
found it.
watching him for a reason, Pinkie.
Yeah. Hello. Hello,
It's a
Liam.
long story. Ever since I've known him, he's been an avid collector of all sorts of things. He'd always get so animated when he was showing them to me. I knew nothing about the items myself.
Also, Pinkie, you better have
Seeing how
hydrated.
enthusiastic and excited they
Oh,
made him.
okay.
I was happy to believe that they were just extremely
Hi,
important
Jonah.
to him.
The Batui?
Everything was fine when we first got married. But as time went by, things changed for the worse.
Uh-oh. What happened?
He lost his sense of restraint.
He.
He started buying more and more things, and even resorted to borrowing money just so he could pay for them. Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful. There were days when he'd spend hours down at the warehouse, admiring his weapons even as debt collectors were descending upon our house. He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. Just sat there staring at them like he was in a trance. I'm happy he has a hobby, and I'm willing to support him. But making ends meet has to come first. I've tried talking to him about it so many times, but he never listens. On the last day that I saw him, I gave him an ultimatum. I said, if he refused to sell his collectibles and pay off his debts, I would divorce him and take the children with me.
Whoa!
And that led to an argument.
Actually, it didn't. Generally, he's a quiet man who likes to go with the flow. On most things, he leaves the decision-making to me. You must understand, I never would have dreamed of threatening him with divorce if the debts hadn't pushed our family to the brink. After I said those words, he froze.
Oh
Was
no,
silent for
I
a
don't
long
know
time.
demon
When he finally spoke, he
Didn't we get rid of that
mumbled
book?
he would pick out a few items to sell. His voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our family? Had I not indulged his bad habits, we wouldn't have found ourselves in such a predicament. And
I mean,
I also don't know if he had actually come to his senses, or if he was simply angry with me. The next thing I heard was that our warehouse had caught fire, and both he and the buyer had gone missing.
I see. Amenoma Yuya came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato. During the sale, a fire broke out at the warehouse, and both men disappeared.
At first, I assumed they must have gotten into an argument over the price. But my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so it's hard to imagine him getting into a fierce argument.
Maybe he was
you
feeling
need
the
to set
pressure from the
boundaries.
debts?
I don't know. He just disappeared after the warehouse burned down. Perhaps he's too afraid to come home now that all his collectibles have been lost in the fire, and he's got no way to pay off our debts. Even though I'm still a little mad at him, we're a family, and I want us to face our family's crisis together.
I'd rather me and you are just quiet during this.
As long as
I
he's
feel
willing to
bad,
turn
that's
over a new
why.
leaf,
Yeah.
I know we can work things out.
Please
Also,
don't
I was
worry.
gonna make a joke earlier
There
because
could be
Myra
more
was
to
like,
this
she sounds so
situation than meets
sad,
the
but like
eye.
she had like a big smile on her face. I was gonna make a joke.
God, Paimon, what the heck? You are emergency food.
If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had his whole life, it is quite unusual for this habit to change so drastically over a short period. But the information we gathered from the other side suggests Amenoma Yuya is also a mild-mannered man who would not be likely to start an argument. This situation is getting a little confusing.
We need your help.
Let's try a change of scenery. and see if we can
Help
piece
us.
together what we've learned.
We need more than just one or
Sure,
two
I'll notify
smart
you later.
minds,
Thank you
please.
so much.
Hey, lady, how much debt is it?
Yeah, we can help you.
I have a guy
Based on
named
the
Chad. You know, he's
information we've gathered
currently
so
at a
far,
funeral,
I can
probably.
only surmise that the sales meeting
Bye,
between the two
Craig.
men was somehow the catalyst for
Bye,
their
boy.
disappearance.
Thank you.
And Pinkie, don't worry, I can just drag him back here. I can just drag him back to Inazuma.
Yeah, because you actually have Chad, or do you want to come over me?
I can just drag him over here. It's fine. It doesn't matter if he's the Shinshai. I'll drag him directly to me.
Actually,
The fire at the
technically,
warehouse likely played
we
a
could
part
just
in how the
say if he
situation
would help us
unfolded.
if we spawn
Though
him.
its exact
Because he
role
likes
is a
fighting.
mystery.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm spawning you with my
We'll
new
spar
powers.
with you if you help this lady, please.
Do you have any thoughts?
Well, Paimon was thinking that maybe someone accidentally knocked over an oil lamp and...
Even you don't believe yourself.
Nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs...
Hi, lady. Tell us that thing later, and maybe we can help you.
An interesting explanation. I was also considering this possibility. Amenoma Yuya is an expert on swords. He could have noticed some problematic details about Mr. Nagato's collectibles. Maybe he recognized a blade as a fake, or a well-known stolen item. Either way, after arguing about it, the two men agreed to hide the truth of this matter. They thought a fire would destroy everything. But then the Tenryou
Oh
Commission
my
began
god, wow.
investigating and uncovered
They
some
could have
incriminating
ironed
details,
themselves.
so they fled to protect their
Perhaps the
secrets.
fire was used to hide the sword.
But it's a far-fetched theory. I can't imagine how they would have been able to reach an agreement. One fact that I keep coming back to is that Amenoma Yuya is polite and well-mannered, while Mr. Nagato is introverted and passive. Neither seems like the type of person who is inclined towards initiating conflict. Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the potential motive to disappear after the fire. The more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Just what could have happened there? Right. Although the time frame seems to broadly match, no other details that we've learned seem to link the two events together. Amenoma Yuya lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attacker, namely that he is principally a practitioner of the blade testing techniques of Amenoma art, not those of the combat-oriented
It's
Ishin art.
pretty weird how much this world, how easily this world confessed to people the West.
Birds with one stone here, but at this rate, it's starting to look like a wild goose chase.
It was always going to be a wild goose chase, Pinkie. That's how these things are.
Sure.
Let's keep going, since we've come this far. If we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and Mrs. Nagato will be able to get some closure.
Okay, but where should we go now?
Let's head out of the city and check out the warehouse. There's still a chance we may be able to find some shreds of evidence.
Let's go!
Reporting.
Wait,
What?
The next part!
Eh?
The next part of the story quest.
Okay.
I accidentally got too close to the beacon.
It's fine.
I hear something ominous.
Uh-oh, we're gonna attack.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
this must be another one of those sounds that only you can hear. As sketchy as that whole thing seems, you did put it to good use when we were chasing down that vision thief at Beto's tournament, so...
Anyway.
Now I'm picking up a strong scent in addition to the sound. It's right around here somewhere.
Are we about to get like a snake attack or
There's
something?
nothing here.
It's gone now, but I can still sense the direction it left in. It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. The remnants of the Tatarigami. Indeed. But this unexpected spring of inauspicious energy may prove to be of benefit to our investigation. We should remain vigilant and approach slowly.
Oh no, the sneaking. Oh!
What's here?
So it's an underground warehouse.
The force is definitely coming from down below. The source of the Tatarigami
Oh,
energy
yeah,
has long since left this place. But the residue it left behind still hasn't dissipated completely. Judging from the concentration, I would have to conclude that the Tatarigami source resided here for a very long time.
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around the warehouse by himself a lot.
It could well be that
Sure,
he was
some of
already
it.
under the influence of Tatarigami energy at that time. From what I've been told, Tatarigami does not turn all upon whom it preys into violent monsters, but most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed to the Tatarigami's unfulfilled will. Their interests become fanatical obsessions. Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with. The influence of Tatarigami could explain why he became an obsessive hoarder, amassing more and more possessions, even as he put himself in grave debt.
So what should we do now? Go down and take a look?
Step back. I'll open the door and take a look inside. If we don't open this door, we can move no closer to the truth. You needn't worry. Both of us
Yeah, we
have
did
faced
fight
far greater
Shogun.
danger.
We fought a god who was in even full powers.
Yeah. We didn't even just face that god. We also like fought another god. We fought a dragon. We fought multiple Fatui.
Oh yeah, with a door blade. Let's go.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. I
Wait,
can't see
actually?
anything. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
Yeah.
That was too scary. Paimon was so
Yeah, I was
scared.
expecting something.
Boogeyman was about to jump out at us.
I can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
All we can do now is keep searching in the direction that the Tatarigami energy source left this place. 2 ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. I fear much misfortune has already befallen them. Yes, let's go. If nothing else, it's vital that we find out where this Tatarigami energy is coming from. Quiet your mind and focus on what you sense around you. Perhaps you too will perceive its ominous presence in the wind.
Look at this red stuff. What is it?
By the looks of it, a letter written on a
Pinkie, I'm
piece of
laughing
torn
right now.
clothing.
Why?
The ink is
I'm like
running
after the
dry.
fight
It must
scene,
have been written quite some
and they're
time
talking
ago.
about like something red that the Hilichurls were investigating. And when Paimon points it out, freaking Klee's Dodoko bombs were just on the ground.
It would make things better. I was also listening clean the whole time.
Yeah, like Paimon said, look at this red stuff, but what is it? And literally, I just see the ground scattered with Dodoko's bombs, with the Dodoko bombs,
I need to go find the
Let's
stuff
take
in
a
the pot.
look.
which are red.
You need to find the stuff in the pot later.
Yes, I do. Lou!
Hi, Lou. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Lou!
Lou. Guys,
Do you want me to read this?
Sure, wait, hold up. Here we go. Everyone, you should check out Friends and Lou on their stream. They're really cool person, cool friendo. 10 out of 10. Amazing. Wonderful. Alright. No problem, Lou. Love you. You better have a lovely birthday. Alright, now you can do it, guys.
Just gonna do that.
I was tempted to do it, but I'm like, my channel hates me.
I did it. Alright. It says, I am Nagato. I was wounded by Amanoma Yuya. He took my most precious blade. I chased him, but could not catch him. I lay down here to rest on account of my exhaustion. I thought that I might croak right here. My stomach kept on bleeding. But it seems that some strange power has sustained me. Why did he steal that blade? I was going to sell it to him. He even burned my warehouse down. It hurts. It hurts. For some reason, I can't fall unconscious. So all I can do to distract from pain is write. What will happen to Sachiko, Yuichi, and Yuji? I'm sorry to them. I really am. Only now do I realize how stuck in my ways I was, and how blind my obsession. I must have been cursed. I collected all those strange and bizarre things, but they won me not one iota of happiness or warmth. Put all of it together, and it still wouldn't have been worth a single word from her mouth. Thank you, and sorry for letting you down, Sachiko.
Oh, he died?
We don't know that. He said that something is keeping him alive.
The sword spirit thing.
According to this letter,
Oh,
a conflict arose because Ami no Mayuya
Bye-bye,
wanted
Lou.
to seize a blade belonging to Mr. Nagato.
Bye, Lou. Have a good
Yuya
day.
started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight. Mr. Nagato kept chase as long as he could, eventually stopping here to write this letter when his strength gave out.
So,
Yeah.
where is he?
He was not only mortally wounded, but also under the heavy influence of Tatarigami. Add to that the fact that its aura seems to have attracted a horde of monsters, and I'm afraid he may no longer be with us. Whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point, they've since been disturbed by the hilly churls. There's nothing more for us to find here. Yes. Right now, we need to uncover some more important truths. If Ami no Mayuya is attacking
Y'all
other
see you at the
people
fight yet?
indiscriminately, then the longer we take to find him, the more people risk meeting the
Yeah,
same
I'm already
tragic
past
end.
there.
He did die.
He might.
Bye, Lou.
And
He
then the
died.
Hilitrolls were scavengers, basically.
How are you? I'm helping that lady. I'm giving her my moral. I don't care. I say those morals to Kansas. She can have my money.
I have a lot more than you. I am helping her most
I'm
definitely.
helping. I don't care.
I wouldn't be
I don't care if it's debt
surprised
collectors
Let's
like, you
fucking
know.
help her, okay?
Hey, if the debt collectors get upset, I'm beating them up. I don't care.
They won't go against the very traveler who actually defeated their god.
They don't, not a lot of people do. And then even if we go to the police station, so I was gonna be like, what?
I mean, we're also able to go get the god for help.
True.
We're able
And,
to go get the fucking god.
I don't think we're gonna get the god, but like we're good terms with Romeo and some of the other commissioners.
Also, Lady Yahi.
No, yeah, he would laugh at us. She would laugh at us. What do you mean?
Nah, I know a way to get her to do it. You're literally making a trickster go against another trickster.
The series of events leading to the two
It's
men's
we're gonna get Ito big ass to jail.
It also zeroes in on the attacker's identity.
Wait, you figured it out? So these two cases are connected after all?
I believe so. But it's something of an outlandish idea.
Also, when that was happening, my mom also came in and got me pizza.
Nice.
On with the search. We must stay
I
vigilant.
literally have an entire pizza
At any point
box.
now, we may find ourselves in danger.
We need to tell his wife and his kids. Alright.
Seems to have stayed here for a long time.
Why here? Is there anything special about this place?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I see it
But
now.
on closer examination, I sense that the aura may have lingered here at several
I missed the jump.
points in time.
My
Good job!
my glider didn't come at all.
No use hiding anymore.
Never actually heard Kazuha raise his voice.
What? You're so ahead of me.
Kazuha just raised his voice, and I've never heard him raise his voice before. His voice is usually quiet. His voice is usually quiet and calm, and just suddenly he raised his voice.
Right. No, I want my blood meat. Okay, well.
Kaedehara Kazuha. It's you, at last.
Aha! So it is the same guy from before.
Oh, what the hell?
What's your problem, huh?
Oh, wait, what the hell? That was like totally different
We
tone.
never hear him yell. What the fuck?
What? Scared! one
Same.
quiet kid.
Indeed,
That
there
one
should be
quiet
no
kid.
enmity between us. If it is Amenome Yuya that stands before us. But what if instead of facing Amenome Yuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
Now that you mention it, it is giving off a strange light.
That was weird.
Whoa! Surely you don't mean...
I'm scared.
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within physical objects.
I can't wait.
being
It's
used
also
to
like imagine the first
summon
time
any living organisms in
Kazuha
its
came out
vicinity.
and these two. And Galaxy was just freaking out about him.
The blade.
We
has
never hear
resided in
Kazuha
Mr.
yell,
Nagato's warehouse
or even
for
raise his
many
voice even
years,
slightly.
affecting
I like how he's
his
back to his he's calmly.
and more recently using the sword as a means to affect,
I love that.
or rather as a means to occupy, Amenome Yuya's body.
You're sharper than I thought. You've already deduced the truth of the matter. Many, many years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition. I was his pride and joy. In me, he placed all his hopes and dreams. As a descendant of the Kaedehara clan, you should be able to guess our greatest regret.
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokaden.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectations. In the end, all he could do was to flee the nation by sea on a ship bound for Snezhnaya.
The one that's got him. Oh.
He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing that he could not accomplish. All he needed was more time and a little faith.
Wait, what?
And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to
What?
do. All of his life's work.
The ship was
I didn't
going
know
to
this.
Snezhnaya.
His skill.
I don't know this part.
culminated in
Wait.
his creation of me. He not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength,
Oh yeah,
but also
I remember.
endowed me with a consciousness of my own.
I forgot to ask you this earlier.
Later,
Later, can you go on Child's voice lines and take pictures of his other lines without the commentary and post in the spoiler chat later?
Sure thing.
Of blade forging.
Thank you. Because he has new lines apparently.
I'd have to check my friendship level with him though.
Oh, sure. If only I had him.
Swords can become conscious and control people?
Paimon, how is this shocking? Freaking Shogun is able to take control over her puppet, even though her soul is in the sword.
Oh, so he finished the sword in Snezhnaya and it came here.
They saw me as a mere blade, a sharp and well-crafted one, but in all other respects, an ordinary weapon.
He made it in Inazuma.
To take action.
He presented it to the Shogun.
After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return to the distant land of
Yeah,
Inazuma.
it seems like the creator
Moving from one
took
person to
the blade to Snezhnaya with him.
countless hosts along
Yeah,
the way,
something good.
each
I thought that was
bringing me
happening.
one step closer to my ancestral home. I seek but one thing: to face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power, the might of Ishin art.
Ah, so Amenome Yuya was not your first victim. Tell me, what happens to those you've possessed when you've finished using them?
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them? They are but tools that serve my mission. When they got tired, or injured, or unusable, I hopped to the next one in line.
Oh, it's what? Oh, so that's why he wasn't possessed Kazuha, because Kazuha was the only one who could parent Shogun. Because he heard about it. And then he's like, oh, it's Kazuha, the same clan my
Kaedehara Kazuha.
Yeah, so that's no wonder. Oh, this makes so much sense, though.
You're awful.
After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Nagato's warehouse until Amenome Yuya handed himself over to me on a silver platter. At long last, I'm approaching
Oh,
my
God.
journey's destination. By Amenoma Yuya's body, I have found you. And by your hand, I shall defeat the Raiden Shogun. Kaedehara Kazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. There can be no other to serve as my host for what is to come. Now, give your body over to me!
Also, Pinkie, it's funny that the dude is talking about wanting to take down the Raiden Shogun, while I literally have Shogun in my team.
Your bluff's fooling no one. You've lost.
Lost? I can never lose. It is this body that has reached its limit, nothing more. Even if you defeat me here, the one who
Haha,
falls will
stick blown
not
up
be
by
me.
bombs.
This man, he is but a puppet that can be replaced. I can take
Try
any
it.
vessel at will. The end result is the same. I will end this wretch's life before you can lift a finger. And even if I were to lose my physical form, it is but a small setback. My consciousness shall endure. By any means necessary, and any medium available, I shall return and
We're
fulfill
just last
my
princess.
destiny!
Your fighting style. It is indeed the forms of Ishin art. But from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance, as well as a thinly veiled mania and despair.
Oh, God.
Really? You can tell all that just from his moves?
As I've mentioned before, the forms of Ishin art convey the user's thoughts and feelings. Since the blade is currently possessing Amenoma Yuya's body, its movements express the innermost thoughts of the blade. If you ask me,
Yo,
the
tell me
mania
about my
is
moves.
probably due to
Tablet.
your desperate, single-minded ambition.
What's my moves, motions?
I am your only hope.
What's my...
I mean, that's the Ishin art style.
Oh, sure.
Because remember, it bonds the mind and blade.
Sure.
Are you trying to claim that I am helpless without you? On his deathbed, he passed to me all of Ishin Art's secrets. The little that you know barely scratches the surface.
Oof.
In that regard, why would I ever need your help?
My dude, you're literally the one that's saying that you need Kazuha to defeat the Shogun.
Because all of that is in the past. I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are indeed a cursed blade that can possess its owner. Now that I've seen inside your mind, everything finally makes sense. You weren't biding your time. You were trapped. After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak. To the point that you are now unable to acquire a new host without making physical contact.
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers now. Mr. Nagato had a habit of never touching his collectibles.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did you finally have an opportunity to reach out to Amenoma Yuya and make your escape.
And what of it?
Well, that brings me to my second point. There's a despair in you that is so strong it threatens to overwhelm you. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the cost. But this ambition is too grand and too heavy for you to bear. Each step you have taken has come at a great cost. I think you realized your limitations long ago. The more you
I'm sorry, guys. I'm also picking game drops.
the greater your
In the same.
Oh my god.
grew, and the more you
I'm like licking.
run from the truth.
You do get free of gems, so maybe we should tell the others that if you watch have my stream open, if you have your account linked with your this Genshin.
I mean, I'm not getting any of it considering it's on my non-streaming account that I have it connected.
Oh, wait.
So, I don't really care.
No. That is primitives, though.
Yes, but
What would you
I
know about
I don't
any of this?
want to.
I'm just one step away from achieving my goal.
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. But to make this arduous journey, you committed countless atrocities and showed a blatant disregard for human life, even if you were to sever that divine light. Is this truly the outcome that your maker would have desired?
You...
Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as you made your journey to honor this legacy, you treated the ones who wielded you as mere tools to do your bidding. How could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin art when you act in perfect discordance with the principle of harmony between a blade and its bearer?
Silence, you blabbering fool! I must achieve my goal. This was his life's dream, and the very purpose for which I was brought into being. I will concede that you are most perceptive. You see my predicament clearly. But you also underestimate my resolve.
And you should face reality.
Easy for you to say. Facing reality offers me nothing. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitation, not self-reflection, and certainly not your so-called reality.
Pinkie, this blade is sounding like us.
Wait, what? Yeah.
The blade is sounding like us. You'll see in a minute.
It is pointless to argue further, descendant of the Kaedehara clan. If you wish to save this man, then offer me your body in exchange.
See? It's saying, the blade is saying that there's, it's saying, certainly not your so-called reality.
I don't understand why this means what?
This is us. We don't like reality.
I don't think that's what he...
We refuse to acknowledge it.
I mean, I acknowledge it. I don't know about you.
I don't.
How stubbornly you stick to your wayward path. I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state. So let us...
What? Surely you're not planning to agree to his demands.
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to cross blades. A taste of my power will more than convince you. Once we have dealt with them, we shall proceed to Tenshukaku.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must release Amenoma Yuya from your control.
I accept.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is the only way to save Amenoma Yuya. If we don't do this, he'll forever be the Blade's puppet. The cursed Blade's strength is
He's like right
very
there.
weak, and I sense he's hesitating. This suggests his heart is still not completely devoid of honor. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions.
And
this is the reason Mr. Nagato and Amenoma Yuya fell prey to it. Since I don't have any similar kinds of obsessions, I should be able to put up some resistance for a while.
But
even if things take a turn for the worse, I still have you both here with me. We have a chance here to save an innocent victim. I am willing to accept the risks entailed.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to this bet because there are things I wish to learn too. Now, take me in.
Do they remember? No! Say, Kazuha, it's like the weepy of everyone thinking you're gonna die. And freaking innocent.
I'm okay. I felt a little dizzy at first, but only for a moment. It's all right. So far, this was as I expected. I will. Thank you.
The thing is, he does have a slight obsession. He wants to restore honor to his family.
Is it really? I thought he did not completely.
Remember, he was hesitating before about, like, with Romeo.
True.
He wants to stay in the elements, but
Find some enemies. Although this blade has
he also was wanting to bring honor back to his family name.
Fights. If a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, it cannot unleash its true power. If he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight.
Shouldn't we take this dude back?
But to face
yeah.
Wait a minute. Paimon remembers hearing about something from the Adventurers Guild. Since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been held by Ronin ever since.
So this dude is gonna follow us and be like, yo, we found it!
What about Amanoma Yuya? What should we do with him?
The blade says he'll let Amanoma Yuya trail us silently.
This dude is gonna be walking the cities or something. And he's just gonna see it.
Yeah.
It's a treacherous journey. Okay, fine. Just be careful.
Alright, let's go to the blade thing.
Time to go.
How is this a sword?
Something's up with the blade.
Huh?
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. The blade is becoming
Hold
more
on,
and
I
more
wanna check
difficult
that.
for me to wield. He cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps persisting, he will likely break apart at any moment.
But
It seems not a good sword.
I will be careful with it. He also says he does not have any plans.
I don't know why. I don't think it's that strong of a weapon. I'm like looking at it. Got feeling sick.
Kelly, go west.
Hi, Kelly. Go west. It's okay.
Still trying to achieve his
I
goal.
hope we can talk next time. Next time we're online. Yeah, I was gonna say, I really like when I was test running him. He's not well known. Normal sword.
And it looks like he's reached his
He's
limit.
mostly depending on his ultimate and secondary more than anything.
it doesn't look anywhere near as impressive as it did at the start.
Perhaps this time we'll finally have a chance to see his true form.
True form? What are you talking about? Huh? What the?
Is it gone?
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi, much less the almighty Shogun. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey from Snezhnaya back to Inazuma has left you battered and broken. It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy.
I don't trust this. Something's gonna go horribly wrong. I'm just saying.
I've already seen the trailer thing that showed for this entire update.
I kind of forgot everything.
I remember everything. I remember it.
Yeah, maybe. Good thing I forgot it for a reason. What is the
I'm not saying it. I know eventually fell. I just don't know when.
Because I thought that was the. I never like kind of like briefly one scene, but I don't know. Because it doesn't look like that one scene earlier. So.
Here they are. Take them down.
Where do they keep coming from? Yup, we can help this time.
Don't worry. I'll use my own blade. It's just more of the same.
Oh.
Way better with your own sword.
It looks like that's break.
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, you have seen me for who I really am. No one knew anything of my story throughout my travels, nor did I tell it to anyone. You are the first person to know the truth. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you, perhaps there would still be a ray of hope for me.
But in this too, you have failed.
Indeed. No matter how hard I tried, I could not attain that perfect harmony that your personal blade does with you. Too much time has passed. My physical state is poor, and without proper maintenance, I can only disguise my true appearance behind an outer sheen. Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi. And what a magnificent blade it is.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Bad.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my travels in Liyue.
What?
Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade, but they are not everything. This blade has traveled the land with me for many years.
Oh, yeah. Going back to his normal blade? Yay! Yeah, his blade, you can lose his blade faster than the other one, right? That's actually cool, the difference.
Yeah.
Skill, blade, determination, and desire.
No, leave me alone, please. Leave me alone.
My god, Pinkie.
Leave me alone.
Pinkie. Even I wouldn't make that bad of a pun.
There is something else I must tell
you. It was funny.
Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess your own consciousness derived from the power of the Tatarigami.
Why did we give back him the sword?
It is the source of your mania and savagery. Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you driven by Tatarigami was constantly trying to seize control of my body.
I sensed it, but I couldn't change it. It is an integral part of my consciousness.
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. But I do not know whether you yourself have any intention of trying to fight it.
That didn't work,
I feel a great sense of regret for you. Since you embarked on a journey bound for a destination you were destined never to reach. The moment you embarked on this journey, you lost the only person who could have ever unleashed your true potential. And yet there was no way for you to turn your back on his ambition. You have known this for a long time. It is the true source of your despair.
He gave me everything. My life, my form, my consciousness, and purpose. How could I possibly deny him his wish? I said to him, "Do not worry. From here on, I shall forge your legacy." How could I go back on my word?
Aww.
Our bet is now
I was about
settled.
to say, I'm like, does he
I
have
have
actually
nothing
cool
further
play?
to
I was
say.
like, think.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. Let's give him some time to reflect on things.
I know that we're just referring it to the sword as a him now.
Oh yeah.
Legit, referring to the sword as a him. Objects
what,
now have
Max?
pronouns, guys.
Hilt for the first time.
Hey, if that
It's as if
means
I was
that means
transported to
pronouns
a
are
strange
everything.
dimension.
Yep.
It was somewhere I've never been. A
They're
bladesmith
normal.
lay quietly on the
Fucking
bed,
fishes.
his frail face barely visible under the moonlight. His breaths were weak, and his life near its end. A newly forged blade lay by his side, listening attentively to his final words.
Wow. That was the Blade's memory, wasn't it?
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith eventually learned the truth behind everything that had happened. But he could never again return to his homeland. His sole wish was to one day return his single, proudest creation back to the land of his birth. So he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back to Inazuma, no matter how long or how hard the journey.
I just realized something. We also have like the puppeteer who also tried his best to live on legacy. The little paper samurai. I cannot remember his name.
Hmm.
All he wanted
Do you
to
not
show
remember
was that they
the
once
little
shone
30
brilliantly as blade and
companion of
smith,
ours who gave us
that they were
the other
still
copy of
worthy
him with
being
glasses?
trusted.
Yeah.
They're both doing the legacy, trying to live on the legacy of the person who first created them.
That's the true story.
Yeah. That's how it is.
But
What?
after
Where?
that, the blacksmith's intentions were worked by the Tatarigami, slowly turning his proud
We're
creation.
gonna leave him down here with the person who's probably gonna pass out as soon as that goes to. Okay.
Right. I
Can I
believe the
talk to you?
bladesmith might never have known that the power he
Oh,
worked
sounded
with
really
was
sad.
that of the Tatarigami.
Anyways, Kyle's like, you see these chests?
Within that power is what sent the blade down
Any
its
chests in
ill-fated
here?
path. This blade has committed unforgivable
There's no chest.
atrocities.
I didn't
but
deny
only
it.
because it lost
I know
its
there's
original
a chest
master.
out near Kazuha.
No one was there to correct its
Oh,
errors.
look
when
at
it
that.
was losing its way.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
found that on my
Kazuha.
way into the room.
Well, I didn't. Hey, Kazuha.
I saw it on my way into the room.
Shame it's too
Oh,
late
fuck.
now.
Yes,
Oh, I
it is too
think this
late.
is the part, gals. I think I remember.
Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world moved on, his ambition remained stubbornly stuck at that fleeting moment at the dawn of his journey. He seems to have calmed down, though. Let's go and check in.
Oh, Blade.
When
I have to
look
go
back
talk
at
to the Blade
past,
again.
I can remember the day
what?
of my forging like it was just yesterday. I once told him that I would pay any price to fulfill his wishes. Such was the debt I owed to him for giving me the gift of consciousness. But darkness and slaughter numb the mind. Over time, I lost sight of the difference between gratitude and grudge. Not only did I fail to fulfill his ambition, I also defiled it.
You are finally seeing reality clearly.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, I will honor the agreement and release Amenoma Yuya. But I still cannot bring myself to forsake his ambition. It is the entire purpose for my existence. So, may I ask you to help me fulfill the ambitions of myself and my creator?
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix, too? Jeez, don't push your luck, mister.
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. And if you don't agree, I will still release Amenoma Yuya as promised. My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be of some value to you.
His attitude has grown a lot milder. What do you think, Kazuha? Should we give him a chance?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker was already terminally ill. He told me that he had wanted me to have the grandest opening battle. Alas, after that, he never rose from his sickbed again. Nor have I ever had the chance to prove myself in battle since. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the next step in a never-ending journey. The next in a long line.
Hey, you okay? You okay, bro?
You are a fine warrior. I would like to request your hand in battle and experience a true duel between samurai.
Oh? And who would be the opponent?
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps after that, you can convince him to commit to a fight with you. He must have plenty of reasons to both hate me and desire a good fight.
Understood. Then let's start by waking him up and seeing if he has the stamina and will to fight.
I see. He used my body to inflict harm on others. I utterly despise him and his actions. But since he stayed true to your agreement,
That's what I guess, yeah.
he must still have some remaining semblance of honor. If a duel can help to set this state of affairs in order, I am willing to put myself forward. I do not wish to be a mere victim in this story.
There's no need to worry. We'll vouch for your innocence to the Tenryu Commission.
Thanks for your help. Who knows how this would have ended without your intervention?
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. We can't stay here. In any case, for a final duel, I think we should aim for a greater sense of ceremony.
Chest!
Is it chest? You get a chest on it? Yes, I'll go.
You get a chest at the end after you finish talking with the guy. Yep, I can leave now!
This reminds me I'm in a bit of the Crux Clash.
Tell me when you're in the conversation with Ion.
I'm already in it.
Even now, still. Even if he's way past the point of redemption, it's hard not to feel it.
There's just the law troll in the fucking background.
I know, I was gonna say.
Okay. All right then. Successor of Ishin art, Kaedehara Kazuha.
Successor of Amenoma art, Amenoma Yuya.
Yeah, this is kind of cool. The two,
both the blacksmith family's heirs are just fighting each other now.
My honor also.
Turned into queen through my bombs.
I'm clipping it.
Why was there a death thing?
Yeah, can you clip that? That's funny as hell. It was his dead body.
Give me a second. There's bombs.
Wait, is he talking for show? Kazuha?
Alright, getting it now.
Although he appears battered and broken, in your hands it seems he's regained a glimmer of brilliance.
Oh, he is talking. Oh.
Putting that there.
That, it's weird hearing Kazuha. It's like Travels all over again. That one time
God.
His sense of savage cruelty has completely faded away.
You also fought well. I'm sure he relished the experience. There are a few things that I shall leave him to tell you himself.
I must apologize to you for all that has transpired.
You need not seek my forgiveness, nor do I have the right to forgive you on your victim's behalf. It is too late for all of that.
I do not wish for forgiveness.
That is so weird.
See my transgressions as mine alone.
It's like
it is the traveler thing all over again.
People on Shadow is more funny. I mean, Shadow talks so much when he's not in them.
It's especially funny when it's the female traveler.
Oh shit!
It's even funnier. If it's a male traveler, it's very funny, but not as funny. If it's female traveler with a deep ass guy voice, it's absolutely hilarious.
The thing is, it's also so creepy with Traveler because they both of Traveler look so menaced when they're
yeah,
like,
they both look so menacing.
Successor of Amenoma art.
Hey, let's go. Are you heading to
He
the
has also
smithy?
told me that he has another wish. He would like to visit the Amenoma
Shall I wait
smithy.
for you at the
Maybe we
smithy?
can go back there together.
What does he want to go there for?
I'm not sure.
I
but
heard.
I think that
that
all
you-
this is about to come to an end.
I heard.
Why are you messing with Yami's dad?
So I heard that Yamiya is having a rerun. Can you put a good win on me for me saying that can she come home?
Stop it. If Yamiya wants to go home, she'll come home. Leave her deaf ass father alone.
Look, I can relate to him, okay?
Leave him alone.
Guess what? I'm gonna get hearing aids. Not hearing aid, but hearing sounds medicine. Oh god. No!
Yuya, you have returned.
I am sorry to have troubled you. It's all thanks to them that I was able to return safely.
I like how I feel. I feel
Prized Ishin blade, turned weapon that controls the human mind. Considering their forging philosophy, this was indeed within the realm of possibility. This is a great pity.
Wow, you're talking about that when the Kaedehara successor is literally right here.
But I have
I don't think Kazuha cared that much.
Ryuji from the Bonton Sango Detective Agency tells me that they've found the missing
No!
Really?
Wait!
Is he okay?
Oh, okay.
Yes!
And now that Yuya is back, it seems like the final ending to this story is a happy one after all.
I think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong, Kazuha?
Sorry,
Is the blade whispering in your ear again?
Yes.
Because it's so
He
hot in
said
my room
he
now.
wants to take control of you for a brief moment.
No, wait!
Oh.
Hasn't it learned its lesson?
I thought Prime Monster refers to the sword as an it, and then Kazuha refers to it as a he.
I mean,
He tells me
Kazuha
that
called
he's
it
thought of
earlier
another way to
too, so I
fulfill
don't
his
think it's an
maker's
it
wish.
/ he pronoun.
And
Yes.
Okay, we can have
that
two
he won't
pronouns.
use my body for anything nefarious.
It's normal.
I have
There's
decided
other pronoun
to
stuff
let him do
too.
it.
Because other people have the neo pronoun. Is it neo pronoun? I can't
Thank
say
you.
it right, but like
I
neo.
will explain
Neo
my
pronoun.
reasons later. Okay. I am ready. Let us begin. Please, stay true to your promise.
What?
Sword, if you do not stay true to your promise, I will completely destroy you.
This
Him, my
isn't yours.
eventual demise is inevitable. But if I
What?
abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything. You mean
Yes, the cost is my
Where are we
entire
going?
consciousness.
Cutscene? Yeah. Black screen? I'm a black screen. Game is not responding. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Oh no. That's a great sign if my game doesn't respond.
You were right.
That either mean I'm getting teleported or there's a cutscene tells me
There's still a
playing, but
chance
it's
for
taking a
Ishin
bit.
art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource
Okay.
for your
Oh,
science.
cutscene, yep. What?
Ishin lives on, and its
Oh.
bonus power is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as
This is
long
the
as
scene.
there's an Ishin blade, crafted by
Yep.
Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the
Kazuha?
Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my
He's fine,
real name
don't worry.
has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Rest in peace.
Oh yeah, this scene. This whole
So, that's why he said it had to be done in that order. His consciousness will disappear forever after fulfilling the bladesmith's wish.
Kagotsurube Ishin. It was the first time I ever heard his name. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own actions, and thus chose to bury this name deep within his heart, only in the final moments before his consciousness
Oh, that's a
was
pretty
he
name.
willing to entrust it
No,
to
right?
Wait, that's actually a really pretty. Aw, it looks cool as hell.
It does. I want it.
Oh wait, this is Kazuha's 5-star weapon, isn't it?
Seems like
Wait, is this
he
Kazuha's
really
5-star
I'm
weapon?
checking.
wanted to fulfill his
Hold on, wait a
The
minute.
same fervent
Hey, I know
ambition
he's
that
getting.
gave him
There was
the
talk
motivation to
about
keep
a new
going forward.
sword
Speaking
that
for myself,
people talk about as Kazuha's new
I'd
one.
rather see him recognize and atone for his mistakes than I understand. Perhaps this is a flaw in my personality. I've always been captivated by grand aspirations. Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me, just as the sight of those who fought to repeal the Vision Hunt decree did. Your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling inspires me in the same way. After everything I've seen, perhaps these pursuits fascinate me a little more than they should.
Oh, Kazuha?
I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you will have my assistance whenever you need it.
I just thought of a headcanon
Shouldn't we also go
Oh.
of something with Traveler, since the characters don't call Traveler's name besides our sibling, technically. I wonder if it will be a day, because like we get our in-game name, but that's just
We
because
need
we're
to tell him
in-game.
about the findings of our
I wonder if
investigation.
it's gonna be a day where Traveler tells them the other name, because Paimon knows our name because our other siblings shout it. Our other, I think, or not shout it, but said it.
Yeah.
And it's also time to give him a response to the offer he made me.
You've returned.
Oh.
I hear that the issue has been resolved. Though this was a treacherous investigation indeed, we're most fortunate that no lives were lost. The Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse. The investigation into Amanome Yuya should conclude soon. I do not believe he will be charged with any
Thank
crime.
you.
Wow, you sure kept your ear to the ground.
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer. Please take a look at this blade.
What's this?
Oh,
Kagotsurube
that's actually really
Ishin.
sad. What?
A weapon
Okay, Gabe.
crafted using
Look,
a
Gabe. You
long-lost
already made me
blade
feel
from
bad
the
about
blood of the
oars. I don't
Kaedehara
make me feel
clan.
bad about swords.
I make you feel bad about everything, Pinkie.
No, not again.
Feel bad, Pinkie.
Hill.
Do it. Feel bad.
We have the Hiller shows as well. We have the Bismate. We have the Vision Holders technically. Gods sometimes, like
By
Shogun.
means of a series of fortuitous events, I
That
was able
lady
to
who
recover
almost
and
lost
restore
everything.
him.
Actually, let's just check out her.
I also promised him that I will
Oh,
continue
be the
to
puppy?
study
Okay.
and pass on the secrets of Ishin art.
Sorry, I have to sidetrack real quick, guys. I'm gonna go feed the dog.
Do it.
don't have a problem with meat.
And so,
No,
it
you
looks like I will
just
likely
have it
continue
all
with my
stored
journey
up in
across
case
the
you need to
nations,
feed a poor dog.
learning more about this blade
Exactly.
as I go.
I'm running low on street flowers though. I'm
Oh,
not
right.
really
The
cool.
Kaedehara clan has
And I
always
need
been
it
a
for street
family of blade
adams.
smiths, so it
That's
is
my
only
theme
proper
song.
for me to continue on this path. Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflicts between the shogunate and
I like how you
Samurai.
teleport
That
I'm
would not
running
suit me.
into it. I'm so laggy.
True.
You misunderstand. That was most certainly not our intent.
I am aware, but I still desire to continue walking my own path.
Very well. I
Teleporting
can
inside
understand.
now.
Then let's pretend this offer was never raised. However, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself in need of the Shogunate's assistance, please do not hesitate to inform me.
Great. Thank you for your generosity.
Where will you travel to next, Kazuha?
Oh, my game is not
I'll
responding.
probably take to the seas with Captain Beto again for now. As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
Yay!
Okay.
I'm
Wait,
finished!
wait. Huh? Was he
He was at the
outside?
statue where he usually is. We get the blade!
Oh, wait, we actually got.
Lately, I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. But baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Yeah, we'll be counting stars.